Hi everybody, my name is Jason. I'm going to be talking about Bermuda Heroes Weekend and an idea that I had, well, basically over the past few years, and now it's come to a point where it's coming to fruition. It's been a long time in the making. It's been an interesting journey. I've learned a lot over the years. I've learned why I couldn't do it 7, 8 years ago and why now is a good time. One of those key points is that I think Bermuda is ready. When I say good evening everybody, good evening. Bermuda's going to say good evening back. And I think that's one of the key things that this is a very tourism-focused initiative, and I think that's one of the things that bring people back to Bermuda. What I see over and over is that Bermudians are the most friendliest people in the world. This graph shows the baby boom. So down at the bottom of that was the year 1956, and in 1956 there was a baby boom across the United States, and that's what our tourism product flourished off of. Because in 1976 they were 20. They were in university, they were doing their college week, and here they are. So this clip was taken off of YouTube, and all of these bikes were rented. You couldn't find a bike in Bermuda at that time. I wasn't around at that time. I don't know if anybody in the room might have been. You can confirm this or not. But from what I've been told, all of these bikes were rented. You couldn't find anywhere to sleep. The beaches were packed. We had local musicians who were employed, which is now, I'm hearing, an issue. I talked to the Bermuda Entertainment Union, and they're looking for work, of course. So they had musicians and bands and hotels. Sorry. They have musicians, bands, hotels, everybody, not every, well, I can't say everybody, like I said, I don't know for a fact, but people were employed. There you see steel pan drums. People enjoying Bermuda, having a good time in our beautiful setting. Bermuda is a beautiful country. They're really enjoying themselves, and like I said, in this college week. So the idea that we had was to bring a product that would be similar to a college week, in the sense that we're getting people to come to the island for the first time, experience Bermuda for the first time, fall in love with Bermuda for the first time, and then come back on their own. So that's the idea, is that give them their initial first experience, and then they'll look to come back the next time there's a seat sale on their own. Here we have the Talbot Brothers, another band. This graph displays the decline in air arrivals. So tourism as a whole is pretty much staying about even. But the air arrivals is what's declining. The air arrivals brings hotel rooms and bed occupancy down, and it basically means less money for Bermuda at the end of the day, because they're spending all their money on their cruise ship ticket, and I believe the number is about $21 per day per cruise ship passenger. So the idea is that we want to increase the amount of money that they're spending on the island, and that increases our tourism numbers and gets, like we're saying, gets the bands employed, gets the hotel rooms full, get the beds occupied. So that's our goal, and that's what we're really looking towards and looking to do. So enter Bermuda Heroes Weekend 2015. It's going to happen this year, June 12th to June 15th. It's a big initiative. We're starting off small. We're looking to grow it year after year. Our target is to hit 150 visitors on the island. I want to thank Najib for the background music, and he can give you a little feel about what's going on. In my experience, I travel all over the world, and what I find is that in the top 5 carnivals, the average rate in comparison to their total population is 8.71% are visitors. So basically, there's 170,000 visitors that go to Caravana every year, and they have a population of 2.5 million. So if we took that same number, 8.71% of our 65,000 population, we could look at 5,500 visitors in one weekend. Do we want 5,500 visitors? Yeah. Good idea. That's what I thought. I thought I had a pretty good idea. So that's really what we're looking to do. That's what we're trying to do. And these are things that we do already. This is an event that happened at Bars Park. That is Bermuda. That happened just last year at Bars Park, and these are the types of events that we call them carnival chasers. These are the types of events that they enjoy. Live artists, both local and international, DJs, good friends such as Najib, Chew Stick can get involved. This is only gonna happen on Friday night. Well, Saturday morning, this is where Chew Stick gets involved, and they're gonna show us how to do a juve. A lot of these things are brand new to Bermuda. There are some legislative changes that need to happen. There are some mindsets that might need to adjust a little bit. But it'll be all for the better and good, and we're not gonna hurt anybody for sure. This is Bermuda Day 2014. If anybody experienced it, So we're gonna do that Saturday afternoon. Saturday morning, we're gonna do a Juve. Saturday afternoon, we're gonna do this, but not right on Front Street just yet. We're gonna make Hamilton, we're gonna let it build for a couple years and make Hamilton access to bring it into town. And then of course this Sunday is what we're calling Promoters Day. Promoters Day, we're gonna get the other promoters on the island who are interested in setting up events around this weekend, and they're gonna put on their events. So they're gonna be able to basically have a piece of the pie, entertain the island, give the visitor and the locals basically a cross section to do. They don't have to do what I tell them to do, they have an option. On the last day, we're gonna feature a pan in the park event. So we have a lot of steel pan bands on the island. There's Paul Smith, Mr. Simons, that's Summerfield, yeah, thanks. So there's steel pan bands on the island. We're gonna put that on in Victoria Park, similar to a Concert in the Park series that used to happen, the Corporation of Hamilton used to put on, and that's gonna be a free event. And then the Monday on the holiday, we're gonna follow the Comet Race. The Comet Race has been happening in Bermuda. It goes from east to west or vice versa, west to east, depending on the year. And a lot of people don't know about it, even locally. So we're gonna highlight that event, and I think that this is the piece that brings the visitor back every year. We will be the only event like this worldwide that'll have this ocean piece, jumping into the water, having a good time. So this is our goal, is increase air arrivals, get people in our hotel beds, and increase tourism and get people to come to Bermuda, fall in love with Bermuda. They come back on their own, and we think that it's a good plan, and we think that it'll work. I have a team of 5, and as I said, we're very excited and looking forward to it. It'll take a couple years of building, but that's Bermuda Heroes Weekend, and I hope to see you all there.
Thank you, Jason. Sounds exciting. Yeah. Bermuda's Heroes Weekend. Anybody have any questions for Jason?
Good evening. I've been hearing a lot of talk about this, and it's being referred to as the Carnival Weekend. Are we going to do the costumes and all that too?
Yes. Costumes will be on this Saturday behind the big parade, the big truck. So it is, yeah, it's been called Carnival Weekend. That's who we're attracting, that's who we're targeting towards, the folks that are looking for that style of entertainment.
So the costume information will be on the website as well?
It's on the website today, yes.
Thank you.
We got somebody signed up.
Hi, Jason. I think it's fantastic. Are you connected with the Department of Tourism, or is it something totally separate?
Yes, we are connected with the Department of Tourism. We made our application in September, and we were successful in October in getting an Experience Award. So yes, the BTA is on board, and they are helping us out.
Good for you. That's excellent. Woo!
Hi, Jason. What's in the name? Why do you name it Bermuda Heroes Weekend?
The name was in that June weekend, June 12th to 15th, is Bermuda Heroes Day, which is on a Monday. And we're also partnering with Community and Cultural Affairs. If I could wink at my friend over here. Partnering with Community and Cultural Affairs, and we're going to help to recognize the national hero that Community and Cultural Affairs selects for that year. So each year we'll be recognizing in each phase of the event who the hero is.
How can we support this?
How can you support it? My email address was the slide right before it, info@bermudaheroesweekend.com. Definitely help and assistance is needed, support is needed. It's just a matter of where your expertise lie and what you would like to do to assist, and I'm sure we won't turn it away.
Hi, Jason.
Hi.
Is there anyone that can be promoting some down-home Bermudian food? Because that is very important.
Definitely.
As an American coming to Bermuda I used to come here in the late 70s, and I loved, my experience was that I liked eating Bermudian food, and that's not really prevalent anymore. You just see so many like Italian food or something that's not Bermudian. So a lot of times when Americans go somewhere different, they like to experience the culture, the food of that place they're visiting. So would that be implemented where you're going to have a restaurant that really caters to Bermudian culture? Because that's gone. Like even like Freeport isn't like it used to be.
Okay. I actually had a point in my notes which I didn't look at once during this entire things. That was actually a fact in the Bermuda Tourism Summit that I went to about 2 weeks ago on a Wednesday up at Southampton Princess. It's actually a fact that visitors, when they travel, they look to do what the locals do. They like to eat what the locals eat. They like to go where the locals go. So definitely, we want to have fish sandwiches on Front Street. On a Friday night where we have our outdoor event, we're going to open it up to the vendors. They're going to be able to pitch their tent, have the restaurants outside, and hopefully they can be a part of that. And like I said, put the fish sandwiches on Front Street. At the other events, there's vendor openings as well. So we do have local restaurants and local folks that have their mobile, I guess, restaurants, and so it will be open for them to be a part of it.
Hi, Jason. How do you think you were talking
Jesus,
earlier?
I hear you talking, but...
Oh, okay, I'm down here. You were talking earlier about back in the day. Well, it was back in my day. I remember college weeks. I remember all of that. But a lot of the hotels had active showrooms. The larger hotels. And where Bermudian musicians and foreign musicians worked together. With your initiative, do you see any way of assisting Bermudian musicians to once again be able to play in local locales?
Definitely. Excellent point. And like I mentioned that in the beginning of the slide, is that we did have Bermudian talent entertaining the visitors. I am an entertainer myself. I started out in bands playing instruments, and now I'm a local DJ. Where I see it working, and in our first years, we're definitely going to have the international talent team up with the Bermudian talent, i.e. Mr. Dio, the voice of the village. He'll be emceeing tonight along with the international MC as well. And then we'll of course have local DJs working with international DJs. So it's definitely putting Bermudians on an international stage, and it will be a learning process for sure. Bermudians don't know everything, and as much as we like to think that we do, but it'll be a learning experience for everybody. I think we'll grow together in 3 to 4 years, 5 years. I think it'll be an amazing thing.
Jason, my question is, I know the first year is going to be very important, and it's going to set a precedent, and every year is going to get bigger and bigger. When you look at the conservative nature of Bermuda, I'm just wondering if you have on your team somebody like Rainbow Alliance or somebody in the LGBTQ community that can actually help, because these are the types of events that people would like to travel here, but with our government being so conservative, how are you going to address that or deal with that?
It's excellent point. That was a concern, and I think that I took the Adine's approach of do it first, don't think about the obstacles, and deal with that afterwards. Get it done and ask for forgiveness afterwards. Yeah, there definitely are some obstacles and some roads to cross, some things that'll get in the way. But if I thought about this, it wouldn't happen.
Thank you, Jason. Fantastic. Well done. And
I've been meaning and trying to come to this Pecha, Kucha, is that how you pronounce it? For a long time now. Nikki Garay invited me a while back, so I'm a little overdue. It's exciting. I'm so glad I came. I didn't know anything about it till 5 o'clock, so I don't know about the advertising, but I almost felt like I wanted to get up there and say something. So I've already put my thinking cap on to see what I can add to the table, bring to the table, okay? How about you?
Phenomenal. It is amazing. So wonderful to see people's creativity, to see this audience. It's like such a diversity of people like coming together, and there's this great unity here of just everybody supporting the people who are up there. People who are up there are courageous. They're getting out there and like just putting themselves out there and letting it go. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. I'd recommend it to anybody.